What is going on, guys? So for the past 4 to 5 years, I have done a ton of different self-improvement challenges. Everything from setting routines, minimalism, waking up early, eating healthy, no sugar, cold showers, MMA, etc., etc. Probably done about 25 to 30 of these in total. All of them I've done for at least 90 days, most of them for over a year, and I still do to this day. Now, some of these challenges have genuinely changed the trajectory of my life. I know that if I had not done them, I would not be in a good place today. But other challenges didn't really just do that much for me. So this video, I wanted to rank the top 5 challenges that have had the biggest positive impact on me in terms of my confidence, my health, and also just how difficult they were to do. So let's just hop straight into it. So the best thing without a doubt that I did for myself was bodybuilding. I'm not talking about like going to the gym or working out, because it can mean like 2 different things. I'm talking about genuinely going to the gym for the purpose of building muscle and losing fat. It's crazy how just in 2 to 3 years, this challenge just shot me. Not only did I literally get to see myself grow, but my skin cleared up. I felt more energized. I slept better. And every day I would just wake up and immediately just want to go to the gym. And I love that feeling so much. Not only that also, but people look at you differently. They talk to you differently when you get jacked. Like, they have more of a respect for you, probably because you're, bigger and more masculine. I think because like they know that to put on that muscle takes a lot of dedication and hard work. So that also just invigorates your sense of self. So in terms of confidence, 6 out of 5 stars. Actually, I'm gonna cap it out at 5. So 5 out of 5 stars for confidence. In terms of how easy it was to do, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I thought it was pretty easy to go to the gym. I enjoyed doing it. It wasn't too far from my house, or it just something I looked forward to. So 4 to 5 for easiness. And in terms of health, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. Bodybuilding just doesn't do enough for your cardiovascular health, in my opinion, to give it anything of a higher score. But yeah, the best self-improvement challenge I ever did to date, bodybuilding. Now, number 2 was a very close tie with number 3, but the second best self-improvement challenge I ever did was NoFap. For those of you guys who don't know, NoFap is just abstaining from pornography and masturbation. Doing these sorts of acts gives you a massive dopamine spike in your brain that is just completely unparalleled with anything you'd get in nature. So when you quit, so think about it like this, for example. If I gave you $100, it would probably make your day, probably just make even your whole week. But if you're winning the lottery 3 times a day and you get $100, it doesn't really mean anything to you. In the same sense, you get these dopamine spikes that are so crazy high that when you experience other little positive, it just dulls down everything else in life. Those of you guys who have never engaged in this type of challenge before, it is probably one of the most difficult self-improvement challenges you will ever do. It was without a doubt the hardest one for me, but also the most beneficial. So in terms of health, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5 stars. It does do wonders for your mental health. In terms of confidence, give this another 5 out of 5 stars. I feel like when you engage in that kind of stuff, you feel that people almost know you do, and you just walk a little bit differently and you talk a little bit differently. And once I started doing this challenge regularly for 3 years now, it really just shapes you in a different way. So confidence, 5 out of 5 stars. Now, in terms of difficulty, I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 5 stars. This was extremely challenging for me to do. It definitely took a lot of resilience, and I had to build myself up time after time after time. But yes, number 2, NoFap. Now, as I mentioned, number 3 was very close with number 2, but the third best self-improvement challenge I ever did was quitting social media. Now, I'd taken, a month off here, a month off there, cut my apps down to 3, but when you actually quit and just completely pull the plug, it is mind-blowing. You have exponentially more time on your hands, your mood increases, your eyesight improves. You don't dumb yourself down by endlessly scrolling. You just, and most importantly out of all these things, well, you also increase your attention span. You live more in the moment. You're reconnected with the real world. So in terms of health, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5 stars. This is the best thing you could do for your mental health. Even as a guy, as guys in general, we're not really addicted to social media in the same level that girls are, but pulling that plug and quitting does wonders for your mental health. And similarly for confidence, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5 stars. This would be related to that fear of missing out and seeing people do fun stuff. That kind of does bring down your confidence, knowing that you're not in that same situation. You're not going on cool, flights around the world. You're not, with a ton of your friends every single weekend because you're out working. So it does increase your confidence tremendously when you quit social media. Now, in terms of easiness, I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5 stars. It was very difficult to quit and just finally pull that plug on, I think my last app was Instagram, just because I had met so many cool people and I wanted to stay in contact with them. I would meet someone really cool on a bus going back home from campus. And then I know I'd never see them again, but I just wanted to be in, like, have that connection because we had such a great time on the bus. But quitting was definitely worth it. It was hard to do, but it was the right move, and it definitely did wonders for my confidence and mental health. Now, number 4, I've talked about this numerous times on the channel. I've made 2 entire videos on this topic, and that is cold showers. This increases your circulation, increases testosterone, makes you have glowing skin and hair, reduces stress. It just builds up your willpower immensely and will wake you up faster than anything else. And they're also like very easy to do for everybody in the sense that you're already taking showers regularly, like I hope. So all you have to do is just not turn the knob as far to the left, which is a lot easier, like in the sense to do compared to, you know, going to the gym or actively doing something or forcing yourself not to do something you really want to do. Of course, really it's not that easy. The first few times, first like 2 months I did it was pretty challenging, almost scary in the sense. I had this thing where basically I'd like get butt naked in the shower, stand there and be like, you know what? Now's a good time to check my email or like tidy up around the bathroom, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. But anyway, in terms of health, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5 stars. In terms of confidence, I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And in terms of easiness, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5 for easiness. Now, the 5th best self-improvement challenge I ever did, which I don't think most of you guys will expect, is actually MMA. This just completely just beat me down, broke me, and rebuilt me like stronger and better. Back when I was in high school and most of middle school, I was very skinny. So I was kind of always scared of physical contact and getting aggressive with people. I know that's good in a sense, you don't want to pick fights, but I just was too far on that ladder of just being scared. So when I walked into an MMA gym for the first time, I was scared out of my mind. It was a huge fear of mine. There were guys there, like not even pros, guys with just a few years of training. And these guys hit with the force of a truck. Like one hit, this one good kick, one well-placed elbow or knee, and you were out. Your entire body would just shut down. And I'm getting a little bit off topic here, but this is just an extremely brutal workout. You are coated in sweat. Every ounce of energy is sucked from you. Well, it's definitely how I felt, and just bodybuilding does not come anywhere close to the level of difficulty and intensity that those training sessions are. I did Muay Thai, boxing, and a little bit of wrestling. Wrestling especially was very, very taxing. It just skyrocketed my confidence, increased my focus and attention, and I just carried myself differently, as well as just being amazing for your cardiovascular health. Now, just when I say carry myself differently, I don't mean like I'm walking around ready to pick fights, ready to throw hands the second anyone like disrespects me. In fact, it's quite the opposite. When you learn how to fight, you want to avoid fights as much as possible because you know that some guy might look like he doesn't know how to fight, but he can just destroy you and you can get seriously hurt. So if anything, that made me never want to pick a fight and never want to be in a situation like that. But yeah, this was just an amazing self-improvement challenge. I think most people don't embark on. So in terms of confidence, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5 stars. In terms of health, and also I'm gonna give it another 4 out of 5 stars. And in terms of easiness to do, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. If you guys have never done MMA before, or maybe I'm talking from my own experience, but it is very challenging, intensive, and almost scary the first few times you do it. So there you have it, guys. Those 5 self-improvement challenges absolutely changed my life. Just period. I would not be who I am today had I not embarked on all 5 of those challenges. Other things I've done: reading, setting routines, minimalism, meditation, waking up early, eating healthy. Those are all great, and I still continue to do most of those things. I'm still trying to pick up more of those. But these 5 were just, they changed who I was. And I'm just so glad that for whatever reason, whatever YouTuber or some inspiration I had from a friend, I decided to embark myself on those challenges because they're completely worth it. Right now, I'm doing all of them except for MMA. MMA just because I'm in the situation I'm in, living in San Francisco, and just at the moment I can't do MMA, but all those other 4 I'm doing and much more past that list. So if you guys did enjoy this video, and hope it did inspire some of you guys to go out and try these challenges if you guys are interested in them. If you guys, if it's your first time learning about self-improvement, I wouldn't go and just throw yourself at all 5 of these at once. That is gonna be very difficult. Maybe start with what you think is the easiest, do that for a month or 2, or even just a few weeks, and then build yourself up for the next challenge and see what works for you. If you guys are new here, my name's Ali. I'm a software engineering intern here in San Francisco, and I make videos on self-improvement and tech. If any of that interests you, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for the next video.
Coming in, yeah, flex, I just wanna win, yeah, LA BB who we running with.